When I uncovered my husband's plan to blindside me with divorce, I didn't cry, I quietly prepared to ruin his. If you asked me 6 months ago, I would have told you I had a happy, stable marriage. My name is Rachel. I'm 36 years old, and I've been married to Ethan for nearly a decade. We met young, built a life from scratch, and weathered life's ups and downs, or so I thought. We didn't have children yet, but we had a home in the suburbs, joint finances, and a lifestyle that looked picture perfect from the outside, but beneath the surface, things were beginning to crack. Ethan had grown distant. At first, I thought he was just stressed from work. He's a finance manager at a mid-sized firm and often came home late, claiming last-minute meetings or client emergencies. Then, the weekend work trips began. More late nights. And his phone? Glued to him. Always face down. Always on silent. I tried to talk to him, but he shrugged me off, said I was being paranoid. Still, something in my gut felt off. One night, while Ethan was working late again, I found myself pacing. I glanced at his iPad lying on the kitchen counter, something he usually left at home. Curiosity or something deeper got the best of me. I picked it up, opened his email, and that's when everything shattered. There were emails with a divorce attorney, not just casual inquiries, plans, detailed, cold, strategic plans. One message read, "She doesn't know I've already moved most of our savings into an account under my name. The house is in my name too. She won't have a leg to stand on." When I file, another email chilled me to my core. "Let's hold off a few more weeks. I want to make sure I'm positioned to walk away clean. She won't see it coming." I dropped the iPad. My heart pounded in my ears. I couldn't breathe. The man I loved, trusted, shared my life with was plotting to betray me. After the initial shock, something in me snapped. I wasn't going to fall apart. I wasn't going to be the naive wife he expected to crush. If he wanted war, I would give him one, but I'd do it quietly, legally, smartly. First, I gathered information. Every bank statement. I used to believe our marriage was strong. We'd been together for over a decade, built a life that looked stable from the outside. Ethan was charming, successful, and everyone who knew us thought we were the perfect couple. But the truth, that perfection was a faucet I clung to while he was planning to rip everything out from under me. It started small. Subtle changes I noticed in him: late nights at work that became routine, his phone never leaving his hand, and the casual way he began treating me like furniture. No warmth, no kindness, just cold politeness. I asked him if something was wrong. He brushed me off every time. The real tipping point came one night while he was in the shower. His phone buzzed on the counter. Normally, I respected his privacy, but something in me said check it. What I found wasn't messages from a woman, it was worse, emails with a divorce lawyer. Subject line: finalizing the plan. I opened it with trembling hands. In these emails, Ethan wasn't just preparing to divorce me, he was orchestrating a trap. He outlined everything with his attorney: how I wouldn't see it coming, how he wanted to minimize what she can take, and even how to stall until he could shift more assets into his private accounts. He said, "She's soft. She'll fold. I want the house, the car, everything." I couldn't breathe. I felt the room spinning. After everything, supporting him, helping him build his business, sacrificing my own career, he was ready to cast me aside like garbage. He wanted me helpless, but I wasn't helpless. For days, I cried in silence, pretending everything was normal. I waited for him to go on a business trip 3 days out of town. As soon as he left, I went into action mode. Step 1. I called a divorce lawyer, my own. A woman recommended by a friend who survived a brutal divorce. This lawyer didn't just offer legal advice, she offered a plan for revenge done legally. She guided me on how to protect my personal assets, especially the inheritance from my late grandmother, money Ethan always saw as our backup fund. I created new bank accounts under my name only and legally moved every cent of that inheritance out of reach. Then I pulled all our joint financial records, including the mortgage, investments, and tax returns, and documented everything. Then came the discovery of his secret bank account. A hidden savings account under a fake LC, clearly an attempt to hide funds. I printed every statement, every transaction. When Ethan returned from his trip, I greeted him with dinner, smiled, acted like the dutiful wife he thought he still had. Meanwhile, I had already filed for divorce and arranged for him to be served at his office in front of his co-workers. The day the papers were delivered, I wasn't home. He called me over and over. I didn't answer. That evening, he came home, furious. "What the hell is this? You filed first." I looked him dead in the eye and handed him the stack of emails he'd written. His face drained of color. "You were going to destroy me," I said calmly. "I just got there first." The divorce was brutal for him. My lawyer exposed his secret accounts, his intent to defraud me, and even his emails discussing how to emotionally manipulate me during negotiations. The judge didn't like that. In the end, I was awarded the house, full ownership of my car, half his retirement, and I kept every cent of my protected inheritance. His attempt to bankrupt me ended with him drowning in legal fees. After it was finalized, I sold the house, our house, and moved across the country. I started fresh. No TIs, no guilt, no Ethan. Sometimes revenge doesn't come with fireworks. Sometimes it's quiet, strategic, and leaves them wondering how the person they underestimated the most became their biggest downfall. He planned to destroy me behind my back, but I watched him fall, knowing I never even had to raise my voice, just my standards.